Hey folks, welcome. This is Ardwulf. This is episode 58 of our playthrough series of Hearts of Iron 3 as Germany. It's been quite a while since we've picked up on this. I haven't actually played this in a couple of months, so let's dive in and see where we are. When we left off, we were preparing for our invasion of the British Isles and our invasion of Yugoslavia, which is probably going to happen pretty much any time now. Now, the other thing, though, is that, and this is something that hadn't happened when the last episode started, but has happened now. The Italians have taken Gibraltar. That's really awesomely important. So this cuts, because the Italians also control the Suez Canal, this cuts the British completely out of the Mediterranean, which is fantastic. So let's take a look and see where we are here. So the Soviet forces are still in retreat over here along this border. We really need to take a look at our organization in this area. Clearly, this thing needs to be... let's see. Yeah, this is kind of what I figured. This is kind of a big mess over here. This HQ currently commands nothing, which is problematic. This HQ, this Army level HQ, the Second Army, commands 5 corps already, but they're kind of all over the place. So I guess the question here is, how much of this shit do we want to leave over here versus how much we want to pull back to France to participate in the fighting? And we've got some stuff moving that way already to participate in the fighting in Europe, in England, which we're looking at starting probably not that far away. We're December of 1941 right now. So what we have for naval assets down here, we have this sort of light fleet going on, which is not really super useful, but we have this big fleet going on right now. This is our main fleet, the Atlantische Flottille. And I think what we want to do... Are these air assets? So the other thing we're going to really need to take a close look at here is production. And what I want to do... We've got a lot of naval in the pipeline. And let's take a look at... need 248, we're putting in 242. But we need a lot for upgrades and reinforcement as well. So what I want to eliminate is bulk troops at this point. I don't need them. We've got, what is this? I don't even know what this is. I believe this is a battleship. We've got a couple new battleships coming, which will be great. Do we have any landing craft coming? We do. That's also good. We've got an SS division here. We've got some Panzer Grenadier divisions. And we've got a boatload of destroyers. So this all looks pretty good at this point. Production looks okay. Now, revisiting our the status of the UK, this is something that we need to look closely at. The UK is 81.6% of the way towards surrendering. So 48.4 of their important cities are occupied, and if that number goes above 59.3, which is their national unity, then they will surrender. Now, looking at intelligence, we also want to take a look at the UK and see what we are doing. We're disrupting national unity. They have 0 counter-espionage, which sounds great. We will kick our counter-espionage down 1. The USA, what is their estimated national unity? Not that high. They have very high counter-espionage, so we're going to kick this up. Even though it's like entirely fascist, so why they even went to war with me, I don't know. It's pretty much scripted. Put that there for now. Soviet Union still exists, but they have been subdued, so I don't terribly care. You know what? Let's actually look at our disrupt national unity is at 40.5%. We're going to put some covert operations in the Soviet Union. That looks good. I think it's super, super, super unlikely that there will actually be a successful coup. Now let's take a look at where some of these guys are moving. Yeah, these troops are moving down to the Yugoslav border. Let's kick the clock up a little bit here. There's not much to do here except wait this out. So what we can do while that's happening is take a closer look at this mess down here, because I'm thinking these are a little too closely packed. I think I have too much assets still over here. But on the other hand, not all of it's where it's got to go, so I'm reluctant to reorganize it quite yet. What I might do is take this corps and strategically redeploy it over here. Right now we're looking pretty good on supplies and all the other things that we were on the razor's edge on before. We may invade Switzerland too, but we'll leave the Swiss alone for right now because they're not going to attack us. Oh, excellent. That's something that I haven't looked at all. Let's look and see how this is coming. We've got another couple of corps coming down here to work on Yugoslavia. So let's look at the Intel map mode. This is one that I didn't use very much of previously, but so the green are allies of ours, the red is enemies of ours, which is basically everybody. The Japanese, by the way, did pretty well over here too. They got this whole peninsula, whatever this thing's called, and I'm going to call it Kamchatka, but I don't think that's actually what it was called. And then we won the Battle of Yuja against whom? Alright, I don't even know who that is. But yeah, they took a lot away from the British, and in giving the Italians and the Japanese specific things to do, I feel like was super helpful. So that's our disgruntled rebels right there. I think those are supposed to be Ukrainians, something like that. We may need to invade Sweden too, but we'll save. Sweden is also trying to not get invaded. So let's see. Okay, so this unit is, so push this here, push this here, push this here, push this here, and we'll push the headquarters right around here. Let's take a look at this. Oh, we're wasting research points. That's no bueno. So let's look at secret. Strategic rocket development. So we need a nuclear reactor. Can we build a nuclear reactor? I don't think we can. We can put this in there though. Isotope separation. Okay, yeah, so we gotta get this in too first. And that is sufficient for now. What is our... That all looks okay. We certainly can use the time of rest to help our reinforcements come in, replacements come in, and all that stuff. So right now we're hanging tight. What do we got here? Non-aggression pact status. Soviet Union can be broken on 42 March 19th. Okay, medium tank gun. Get rid of that. Let's take a look at our fighter tech. That's worthwhile. Get a couple more things in the pipeline here. Although what those are going to be... Oh, that might be useful. Boy, I thought I had researched this stuff, but apparently not. You know, desert warfare and jungle warfare, I can leave off for now. We have a non-aggression pact with Vichy France. Can be broken now and expires completely in 1943. Alright, so our guys are in position here. We can ignore that for now. Alright, I don't care about that. Alright, where are those units that were coming down here? They're still on their way. They'll be going for a bit yet. That's okay. I don't really need to launch a invasion in December. Let's take a look at the air map mode. And we got pretty good air coverage here. Let's go to naval. What we're looking for is this fleet. And we're going to patrol. This fleet is going to get bulked up with the new couple of battleships, I think. So that I have 2 fleets. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go back to air here, because I want to look at... No order, transport plane. Everything looks pretty good here, although my planes could use a rest. Let's turn the clock up just a little bit. Battle of Flemish Bank. They lost some destroyers. Let's take a look at that. Alright, the ships are still in very good shape. Alright, let's stop this and take a look at what's going on over here. This is some partisan bullshit. Oh, there it is. What do we got over here? Ideally, I'm looking for some, like, light. Like that. Send them down there to deal with it. That's fine. What do we got coming out? The Cross Deutschland. Here it is. Okay, so let's close this for now because I want to put these guys in the right fleet. This is the Reserve Flotilla. I guess let's look. Here's my troop transport flotilla. Here's my Reserve Flotilla. Alright, well I guess that is where this is going. Let's patrol. Give them something to do. Do I even have any submarines left? I don't. They all got sunk. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what kind of shape the British are in here. Ooh, nice. Alright, so we're going to put this unit, like, right here. That's fine for now. We have tons and tons and tons of air units. I am really inclined. We have requested that Japan attack Honolulu, Manila, Gibraltar, defend. Okay, this is all fine. Have the Japanese actually done anything yet? Nope, they have not, but that's okay. They still haven't taken the Philippines, which is a little weird, but not the end of the world. Let's check the diplomat mode here for a minute. So you can see the okay, so this is France is still at war with us, but I don't know that I care. Just keep the clock rolling. That's important. Make sure. Oops, let's get these guys back in port immediately. I think this came in with no organization, basically. I should have kept them around before. I should have waited. I forgot about that. So good job, Italians, taking this. This is significantly important. All right, let's go to diplomacy. And let's look at Europe. And let's look at nationalist Spain. Where are they on the map? They're drifting towards the Axis. We cannot invite to faction because the difference between their neutrality and the highest threat against them is too high. Alright. So I guess let's look at Turkey. So nationalist Spain's not too bad. I think what I'll do here is throw an agent in nationalist Spain. What's my spies? How many spies do I have? A lot of spies. This means that I'm putting too much into espionage. So we'll fix that in a minute. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to... So we really can't...